it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and some more paper crafting fun. Today I am making some quick and easy gift tags featuring products from Scrappy Tales, some amazing die sets. So to make quick and easy tags, I'm going to be sharing some tips with you along the way. First is to have a system. I have a system right here where I am cutting a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock down the middle at 4 1/4 and then cutting each of those into 2 3/4 of an inch rectangle pieces. That uses the whole entire sheet of cardstock and gives you 8 tags. Now, if you have a heavy-duty paper cutter like this guillotine cutter, you can put both of those 4 1/4 inch wide strips in your cutter and cut them at one time, making this even faster. So just depends on your paper cutter and the thickness of the cardstock you're using. So I did red, black, and white, and I will then have 24 tags. That was very quick and easy. And here's a quick and easy way to cut the tops of your tag. So I just snipped off one corner, then I'm going to take that corner and flip it so it's mirrored on the other corner. I'm going to hold that in place and snip off that other corner. Now these are easy tags to make, and that's one of my other tips, is to make sure you keep your projects easy yourself. Keep them simple. Sometimes I try to pull out all the things and I want to make them, you know, like crazy awesome, and then it takes a long time. So now what I'm doing is taking the next tag or rectangle, laying it behind the one I already snipped, and using that as a guide to snip off the corners of the other one. So now my tag is the exact same as the first one. So maybe these tops aren't exactly perfect as a die would do, but you don't have to have a die to create these. Now I have all 8 pieces stacked up together, and I'm using my Crop-A-Dile to punch a hole in the center. This is another tip that I have for you, is to have the right tools. Now here I'm showing you, if you don't mirror your corner, forget to mirror it, then you can have a wonky tag. And there's nothing wrong with a wonky tag. So next I am going to add something special to these tags, and that is some hot foiling. So having the right tool, again, made it really easy for me to cut 8 strips of hot foil. This is the Aura hot foil, by the way, my favorite. And now I have all the strips I need to hot foil my tags. I am only going to make 6 tags in today's video for time's sake because I have a lot going on this day that I'm making these. But this is one of the things that I find you can do a lot of hot foiling kind of quickly if you have it set up in like an assembly line, having a system. So I have all of my tags cut. I have all of my hot foil ready. I'm getting my tags ready while my Glimmer hot foil system is heating up. So I have this system going that allows me to be more efficient. So that helps me go quicker with my tags because of having a system in place. So once that is heated up, you take your Glimmer hot foil piece, lay it face down onto the machine, use your spacer pads and a shim. I like a shim for my system. Maybe you don't need one for yours. When the timer goes off, you'll remove that entire dock and run the whole thing through the Glimmer hot foil system. Now these plates that I'm using from Scrappy Tales, I am in love with. These bold Christmas sentiments. I'm going to link them for you below. I used 3 different ones on my tags today, and I think it's such a great staple set to have. Hot foiling sentiments is one of my favorite things to hot foil. So now this is my first one, and do you see like it didn't come out very awesome? Sometimes the first one just doesn't come out awesome. I know a lot of you have told me that, you know, your hot foiling isn't as awesome as you want it to be, and I just want you to know it's not you. It just happens sometimes, and you just have to keep going. I don't mind having one that's not awesome. I will still use that, but you can always just do another one. It's just paper, I guess, and foil. But here's my second one, and this one came out really good, but sometimes the machine just needs to get a little bit hotter than just heating up. I'm not sure. I had a little overfoiling there, and I used my sand eraser to erase it away. Okay, so for the black tags, I'm actually going to put the sentiment so it's going up the side. This one didn't quite fit across the bottom, so I'm like, oh, let's try this side, and it worked well. So what I'm doing is repeating what I already did on my tag. I'm hot foiling on this black one like I did on the red one, but I'm changing it up a little bit. So I'm repeating what I'm doing without copying it exactly, and repeating elements is another way to reduce the amount of things you have to create or think about, and it allows you to move faster because you're not having to think of another idea. So that's what I did here, and look at how this turned out going up the side of the tag. I think it's so cool. And the Aura foil is a good foil to use on multicolored tags because it works with all three of these colors. So that saves me time from having to pick out something else, just use the one color of foil. All right, so for my third tag, I am doing 'Tis the Season. Love the idea so much of it going up the side. I decided to repeat that on my third tag so I could use this cute saying as well. So we're going to hot foil this on some Hammermill cardstock. I am trying out this Hammermill cardstock for the first time. Thank you to my friend Annette for suggesting it and sending it to me. I think this is amazing paper to hot foil on, especially with those bold sentiments. So I will be using Hammermill cardstock and 100 pound a lot more often. Okay. Here is the next step of my first set of tags, the red tags. I am creating a system now for die cutting. I am using this, oh my gosh, beautiful die set. This is the Assorted Christmas Leaves. Look at all the fun things in there. I need to die cut all of these pieces 2 times. So I am die cutting everything that I can through with one pass of the die, removing the die from that paper, taking out my die cut, and sticking it immediately down onto another piece so that I can then run them through again. So I'm just having little systems like this. The scraps are on my right, the pile of garbage is on my left, and I am just moving through like that. And now here again is another way that tools are so helpful. I love this Tool-in-One that has the little brush tip on one side and the little pokey tool on the other end. That allows me to get all those tiny fallout pieces out fast. So it's very helpful. It makes card making, or tag making in this case, much faster. Also, another tool that I'm in love with is this precision tip glue from Bearly Arts. It makes quick work of these intricate dies for me, and I love that. Handling intricate things kind of makes me a little bit nutty, so any tool that's going to help me with that, like this precision tip glue, makes me so happy. Also, tweezers. Hello, I love tweezers. I'm sure most of you do too. I'm not sure why I don't have them out, but I like those for tiny things also. So now I'm just gluing down the pieces for my tag, and I'm going to repeat that. See, I'm making 2 red tags. I could be making all 8 because I have all the stuff out, but because of my busy day, I'm only doing 2 of each at this point. So I have a little layout here that I just laid the things out. I liked how they looked on the tag, so I went ahead and stuck them down. And I'm using foam squares on my bigger piece, which gives me a little added interest to something that's pretty simple, and I love that. So now I'm going to repeat that on the second tag, but change it up just a little bit and have my die cuts arranged in a different way. So that keeps me excited about creating, but it was a quick and easy change to do. All right, let's move on to the black tags. And now I have this outline poinsettia die that I'm going to use, but I have the same system in place of die cutting, scraps on the right, garbage on the left, die cut it out, all the things, you know, like that. So it worked out really good. Now I am gluing all the things together to glue these onto my tag, or adhere them onto my tag, and precision tip glue, the way to go. But another thing you could use is a kind of sticker maker on those intricate dies. So you do you and what works best for you, but a sticker maker is another great thing for intricate dies, and I just want to make sure that I pointed that out because I've used that before and found it to be very helpful. All right, so here I have my first tag, and I'm popping up my poinsettias, gluing down the leaves, but I used the leaves as a reference for where I wanted the poinsettias to go. And this large leaf just didn't want to fit in, so I had to give it a little snip, and then it stuck down really well to this tag. Love it. Okay, so again, let's change things up a little bit. Just move the flowers around and two different tags, but very similar. Okay, on to tag set number 3, the white tags. I am using this A7 Festive Garland cover plate die set, but I'm only using the little ornament in that set. But I wanted you to see that die set. Oh, it is delish. So this time I am using gold and black only for my die cuts, and I think this is really elegant, and it's such a simple tag. So it's still quick and easy and yet elegant. I love that. So I'm popping up the ornament itself and then using liquid glue to put down the little ribbon hanger, and I'm going to have that dangle right from the hole in the tag. And it'll look just like that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. So now we need to, again, keep these easy. I want to have embellishment on my tag. So as I'm finishing these up, I'm thinking about what embellishment could I use on these tags that could be the same for all of them and be quick and easy. So I'm going to embellish all of them at the same time. I'm using some gold sparkle silk. I have them in my splat box, and I can now splatter all of them at the same time, making it very quick and easy, but it's a product that I can repeat the use of. So here's some of those tips. Again, have a system and use the right tools to make it easier for you. You want to repeat things, not necessarily copying them, but repeating them, and you can repeat them in different ways. Keep it easy on yourself. Right here, I'm keeping it easy on myself by adding twine to each of these tags, but I don't know whether or not I want to tie these onto a gift bag or just stick them onto a present. So I'm doing one tag like it's going to go in a gift bag, leaving a loose knot, and one like it's going to go on a present. And then these are ready to go whichever way I decided to use them. And then the last thing, my tip number 5, is just be patient. Sometimes you can get in a rush when you're trying to do quick and easy, and it causes you to make mistakes, which actually then takes you longer to get done because you have to correct the mistake. So just stay patient, have fun with it, and your tags will be done in no time, or cards, whatever you're deciding to make. Thank you so much for stopping by and letting me share these tags with you. I can't wait to get the wrapping underway and use these tags. And if you're interested in these Scrappy Tail dies, I have them listed and linked for you below, so you can check those out. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all again very soon on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!